I told you about different types of nutrients and their functions, about foods, components of foods and their requirement. And today I am going to start some new topics, and the first topic of today is balanced diet. The first topic of today is balanced diet. So what is balanced diet? A balanced diet is a diet which contains a variety of essential food nutrients in such quantity and proportion that the need of the human body is fulfilled. And that means that we need to eat all the nutrients in definite quantity, not more than our body required or not less than our body required. A balanced diet is related to one's age, sex, body, weight, health and occupation. All this is as according to the age. If a child is small, then it eats food in very small quantity. When it is in its growing age, it eats more than, and when it becomes adult, it needs more food for his or her body. After sex, for example, females is the one who eats less in comparison to males. According to the body, the requirement of body is so much that the person has to eat more nutrients. According to weight, the food is affected. According to health also, and according to occupation also. If the person who is doing a great labor in his day-to-day life, then he or she needs more food than the person who is doing job and just sitting in an office. So that is some of the things. And Council of Medical Research team has prepared a chart which is given in your book only, that you know that in which proportion the person need to eat according to its diet. Now coming to the second topic of today, which is energy value of food. Energy value of food. So what is the energy value of food? Energy-rich food substances like proteins, carbohydrates and fats have different energy values. Fats provides more energy than carbohydrates and proteins, and such food should be avoided for people who are overweight, because overweighted people does not need them in more quantity. Therefore, energy is required for the body just to keep it alive. The amount of energy needed to carry on vital life activities when it is in complete rest is known as basal metabolism. The body's daily energy needs is mentioned in the chart which is given in your book. So who needs more food energy? What is the person, what is the kind of personality who needs more food energy in comparison to others? So the first one, the person who is doing physical work requires more energy. Growing children, the children in its growing phases needed more energy. Pregnant woman needs more nutrition because a growing child needs proteins for growth, calcium for the bones and iron for the blood. The breastfeeding, the babies, for the breastfeeding of babies, the nursing mother needs more of calcium, protein rich milk and vitamins. So these are some of the things which are needed according to humans' personality, its occupation, its health, and according to its own personal requirement. The energy value of food is changing person to person. Now the last topic of today is, which is the last topic of this chapter also, and that topic is malnutrition and deficiency diseases. That means those diseases which are caused by the deficiency of any kind of nutrients. So malnutrition is defined as either the lack of sufficient food or imbalances of nutrients in the diet, resulting in the impairment of health. So basically physical inability to absorb or metabolize nutrients owing to disease. The malnutrition have three forms: undernutrition, overnutrition or inadequate quantity, which leads to deficiency diseases. First of all, we will discuss about undernutrition. Undernutrition is the condition which results when the human body or when the organism's body need insufficient food is not fulfilled, then it leads into undernutrition. Undernutrition, when the body's requirement is not fulfilled, and in extreme cases when no food is consumed for several days, it leads to starvation. And this undernutrition affects the growth in children, physical and mental abilities of work performance, and resistance to infection. And people with inadequate food are frequently thin and underweight also. Now the second condition is overnutrition. What if the person is consuming nutrition more than his or her requirement? That condition leads to overnutrition when excessive consumption of any nutrients is done, and it leads to obesity, that means growth of hair, diabetes, atheroma, and several more diseases in the body. Now the third kind is deficiency diseases. Deficiency diseases. These diseases are caused because of the deficiency of a specific nutrient in our body. If any nutrient is deficient, for example, protein energy malnutrition or protein calorie malnutrition, all these things are occurs because of deficiency of a specific nutrient in the body. The two common forms of PEM are kwashiorkor and marasmus. There are two types of protein energy malnutrition. First of all, we are going to talk protein energy malnutrition. Basically, when protein is not present in our diet properly, it leads to kwashiorkor and also to marasmus. These two diseases are caused because of protein energy malnutrition and kwashiorkor. First of all, we have to talk about kwashiorkor. It is caused when severe protein deficiencies present in our body. And the word kwashiorkor means the disease the first child gets when the second one is born. In other words, it is a disease of the displaced or rejected child. When a mother who is breastfeeding her first child gives birth to another child, she starts breastfeeding the second child and puts the first child to more often a starchy diet. As a result, the child gets food which give him energy but little protein. That means if mother has two child, it uses to give importance to the second one and the first one has been rejected. Then when the protein is deficient in his or her diet, then the child is caused with this disease, and this disease occurs in the age of 1 to 3 years of age when the daily intake of protein is less in our body. The symptoms of this disease is stunted growth, bulging eyes, abdomen becomes swollen, skin becomes scaly, and even hair becomes reddish before the age of 5, and brain development is also affected. And if this is not treated in time, the child will die. And the disease can be cured only by giving protein-rich diet as a combination of wheat, gram, soybean, peanuts, jaggery, and a diet containing animal proteins also is very important for this child, like meat and fish. The second disease, which is marasmus, is predominantly insufficient. The disease is called marasmus. It is caused by inadequate intake of food or because of starvation. In India, marasmus is most common disease than kwashiorkor because the problem with poor people and their children is that they does not get enough food to eat, and when the person or child does not get enough food to eat, the disease marasmus is occurred in its body, and it is common in infants and also a child whose age is below than 1 year. And the symptoms of this disease is that a child body consists of just skin, bones, ribs, and visible shriveled appearance, that means muscle formation is not done, and the skin is thin and wrinkled, fat layer beneath the skin totally disappears, face looks bigger as compared to the body, digestion is impaired and retardated physical and mental growth, and body becomes susceptible to different kinds of infection. The prevention and control is similar to that of kwashiorkor, that a person should get a proper diet in food. If a child gets its proper diet back, it would be cured from this disease also. Now coming to mineral deficiency diseases. The second kind of disease is mineral deficiency diseases. What are mineral deficiency diseases? So basically I am going to discuss about two mineral deficiency diseases, which are anemia and goiter. Anemia, and second one is goiter. So first of all, let's discuss about anemia. Anemia is caused when a specific mineral, which is known as iron, is become deficient in our body. As we know that iron is required for the formation of protein called hemoglobin. Hemoglobin, which is an iron pigment present in the blood, which provides red color to the red blood cells. If iron becomes deficient in our food, then the protein called hemoglobin does not form properly in our body, then the organism leads into the disease called anemia. The symptom is that the person will feel tired easily, it loses its weight, and person looks pale, that means a reddish charm of the face will gone, and breathlessness is also occur. The prevention is that you should eat diet rich in greeny leaf vegetable, pulses, wheat, rice, apple, banana, guava, egg, everything which contains iron in them, and the body is able to absorb iron better if some vitamin C and protein is eaten along with the diet also. The second disease is goiter. Goiter means that is the thyroid gland is present in this region in the neck, and when this thyroid gland became enlarged, then the goiter disease is caused in the body. Basically, it occurs because of the deficiency of iodine. Iodine is needed for the production of hormone, which is known as thyroxine, produced by thyroid gland, and if thyroxine controls the rate at which the body uses oxygen. If the body does not get sufficient iodine, the gland enlarges, and because of that, goiter disease is caused. The symptoms are just simple: the thyroid gland enlarges, the person feels tired and more lethargic, and deficiency of iodine in child causes physical and mental retardation also. The prevention is just simple: you have to eat seafood, leafy vegetables, water, iodized salt, etc. And ICMR has developed intramuscular injection of iodized oil, which is also used for the prevention or cure of this disease. So students, that's all for today. We have finished this chapter. You can revise this. If you have any query, you can ask me.